What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Sunday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great. And I hope that the holidays are great for everybody. If you could please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification button to get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that'd be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of most of my actual videos. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to each and every person who watches my channel and who doesn't. It's a great time of year for most, but not for everybody. A lot of the time, this time of year is really hard for people who are locked up, who are struggling with addiction, maybe homelessness, lots of different reasons why maybe you might not be spending time with your own family and your loved ones, and it can be lonely for those people. So to them, Merry Christmas. I hope you had the best day that you possibly could, and if you didn't reach out to your loved ones, reach out to them now. Just tell them that you care, and I think it'll mean the world. You know what I mean? So I want to say what's up to Shane, Eddie Spaghetti, Chad, Colin Shan, Nick Matcham, Drew Scagnetti. What's up? Yeah, you love the hat, eh? So yeah, I had a great Christmas. Spent it with my family. The only thing that sucks is my girl is gone. She's with her own family. But that's life, and it is what it is sometimes. GGGHHH. Tell us about your Dimitri experience in depth. Ask your bar. I could do that. You mean the DM Tizzle is what you mean, right? The spirit molecule. Just got me an official Tavares jersey for $100. Nice. I didn't have the thing about it is I think I did too much and I ended up falling asleep. So I did what's called a sandwich. I did 2 sandwiches. So that's chronic, DM Tizzle, chronic. And the first one, it's crazy colors. You see a lot of colors. And then the second one, I laid back. I went through this kaleidoscope thing that happened. And then all of a sudden, I was floating in space. It was like I was floating in space. And in the back, there was like a blue, I don't know what to describe it at, but it was like a head with a tail. It looked scary, but all I felt was love, And at no point did I feel scared. I was excited. And then I passed out and woke up. So I don't know what happened exactly. I remember the beginning parts of it, and it was an amazing experience. And I just remember waking up and just feeling like I swam through a river of love. I never had the mind-blowing blast off experience. I just didn't. I'm sure one day I will. I'm sure one day I'll go through that. I want to be in the right situation, the right circumstances. And I was unsure, And I did a mushroom trip maybe I don't know, like a year and a half ago. Something like that. Because I wanted to get in touch with nature. So I ate a heavy dose and went out into the forest. And I had a good first couple hours, and then the last few hours really just destroyed me. And now I'm paranoid to even go near Sykes. I learned a lot from it. It definitely taught me a lot about myself both times, specifically the mushroom time. I feel like it taught me a lot about organizing my life, but it was a scary situation for me, It was the first time in 10 years or 11 years I'd eaten mushrooms. I know, first time in 11 years, I ate almost 4 Gs. I'm an island boy, just trying to make it. They're funny, man. The dreads kill me. The twisted dreads kill me. You know, um, I think psychedelics are anti-addictive. I don't think they really fall under category of other drugs because other drugs it's really easy to become addicted, but with psychedelics it's really difficult. I get scared to even do them. It takes me months and months of like building myself up to do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. They what's his name? Uh I forget his name, man. The guy that Rogan always talks about, um, the master of psychedelics, and what he said was the perfect dose was to eat 5 grams of mushrooms and go sit out in the forest in the dark by yourself, or lock yourself in a dark room and turn off everything, and then you'll have the best experience. Do I know anything about Millbrook? I don't know much about Millbrook. Like I know the jail because I was actually doing time when Millbrook was still open. But I never personally went to Millbrook. I know Millbrook was a savage place for a correctional center. I know that there's a lot of fights there. Terrence McKenna, that's it. And I know Terrence McKenna had a scary bad trip and still promoted psychedelics, uh, despite the fact that he didn't do them anymore at the end. Who are some of your favorite UFC fighters? Actually, the funny thing is, I did time with a UFC fighter. So I was in Fembrook with a guy. I'll tell you his name in a minute because he's a professional fighter now, so it doesn't matter. But he was like chunky at the time. And he used to tell us that he was going to make it to the UFC for MMA. And we never believed him. We never for a million believed him. And it turns out that he actually made it to the UFC and at one point was a top 10 ranking, and that's Mitch Gagnon. He was on the same range as me in Fembrook. Just a little tiny guy. He killed my bro's sister. Who's that? Hey, he's from like way up north somewhere. Yeah, I don't Shane, I don't typically mention names on my channel. The only reason why I mentioned that name on my channel was because he's gone off and become something better than um, getting his name caught up in prison stuff. But you know, that's a very popular name for sure. Yeah, I don't know. No disrespect, Colin. But you know, I don't know about any of that. And I've never done a whippet. Nope, I've not. I'm not really into the huffing. I remember I saw a guy huffing glue. I was downtown one time working. I was doing demolition. I was like a really young guy. I was like 16 or 17 years old. And I was somewhere off in the West End, but downtown. And when we were working, we were tearing apart this factory. And there's like a big open garage door in the back. And there's this guy out there huffing glue behind this dumpster. And he literally went all crazy and wanted to fight all of us. No, he didn't fight. Not at all. You know, this is the thing about Fembrook. Fembrook's not really like a fighting pen. Like there are fights there. There's fights in any pen. But the time when I was there with him, which was not the last time I was there, it wasn't really like that. It was typically like really a low security pen. But then they changed it up. They added fences. They lined off the building. They built a more secure unit in the jail. and turned it into a higher security prison because they were shutting down Joyceville as a population jail. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I've done that at the dentist. Grind to shine, man. What's up? Hope you had a Merry Christmas too, my brother. You too, man. I saw your shout out from Upchurch, man. Get that publicity, my brother. You're doing good things down there. Just got to stay out of trouble. Change of topic. I was in the West Phase 2 as a YO. Place savage. So the West Phase 2 was just before Tyack. So it was pretty much the same thing. So if you experience Tyack, you've experienced the West. And if you've experienced the West but not Tyack, you've pretty much experienced Tyack. It's the same thing. It's anytime you have 16 and 17-year-olds in a real jail, it's not right. You know, it's not right for those minds. So yeah, I'll be 40, you know. So Hamilton Barton is like that too. You know, you put kids in jail cells with not a lot of things to do, no activities. You know, you're just confined all day. They're gonna create activities. They're gonna create their own fun. Tyson. Yes, I did. My daughter got everything she wanted. I'm planning on staying sober and out of trouble. That's it, brother. Do what works best for you. And if you do slip up, don't allow it to turn into a full relapse, you know? New Year's coming. Every year passes, the world gets a little crazier, my friend. So that is just a fact. Yeah, it might not ask your bartender. It might not anymore at Barton Street. I have no idea. I know that they built that YO jail in Brampton. So I think they all go there now pretty much. I'm doing class S to get my peer support certification. Hopefully get a job at a treatment center. That's what my girl does, brother. My girl's a peer support worker. So good luck with that. Carmack 1, Hamilton here. You already know, my brother. Yeah, they're all the same. You know, all those young offenders where kids are locked up are the same. They're all savage. It just is what it is, you know. Like the more they locked us down in Tyack, the worse kids got, the more violence there was, you know. And now I'm sure they're out in Brampton, they're playing sports. I'm sure there's still violence because anytime you put young guys that age together, you're going to have violence. You know, it is what it is. It just, kids that age don't give a damn about much. They don't really understand empathy yet, you know. And if you've grown up in the system, you probably haven't developed much because nobody's probably shown you a whole lot. You understand? There's a lot of people probably from Hamilton, but not everybody. But shout out to Hamilton, man. What about Sudbury District Jail? Any story? Never been there either. I would like, listen, I've taken a break from social media. I'm going to go back on probably within the next week or two. And I'm going to start doing interviews again. You know, it's just been nice to actually take a break from social media. It's been great. Honestly, I shut my Instagram down or just logged out. What was it, like a month and a half ago? And it's been peaceful, peaceful. That's what I'm saying. So, but I'm going for my third Christmas dinner in a row tonight. I'm sure once I get doing interviews again, you'll start getting guys from around. Well, I've done a bunch of interviews. I have a bunch of interviews. I think I have 20 on my channel. So I like to do interviews with people that have done substantial amounts of time. You know, I don't really want to interview anybody who's done 25 days. I want to see people and interview people that have long been in the system and transitioned out. I would like to interview people that have long experiences with addiction, years and years and years. I think that's all important stuff, you know. What a lot of people fail to realize is that over the last 2 years since we've been in this, you know what, um, more people in the 18 to 40 age group have died from drug overdoses than from any virus. So this is the real issue for that age group. And I'd like to bring people on and share their stories. I think that's important for people to hear and not censored, you know. It's difficult for people to understand truly what it is if you're censored and you're told you can't say this, can't say that, or you're confined by public television or whatever, because they're only going to show so much. That's facts. Did time in Penitang in the super jail for sure. Yeah, I've been there. I did a deuce less and got out, got 90 days a month later, then said F it, got a trade. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, keep up good work and getting more content, Matt. You already know. I live in Sudbury now. It's a beautiful place, but the true pandemic is fentanyl here. That's what I'm saying. And it's crazy to me, man. Nobody seems to really care, right? Have you thought about doing interviews with people that are doing time? I know they can't go live, but they can do a pre-recorded video and then premiere it. They could use the inspiration. It's definitely, I have definitely thought about it. You know, I've had a couple people reach out to me. I want people to reach out to me. I don't want to reach out to people. You know, I want people to want to do the interview. I want people to want to share their stories. And I feel like the few times that I've reached out to people and asked them to do the interviews are kind of like, it's really difficult to kind of get it together. I want people that want to do the interview. There's a lot of those people. If you're in the building, go up and hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We speak about prison. We speak about addiction. We speak about life. If you could hit that bell notification bell so you get all my videos when they're new. And if you'd like to donate, help support the channel, there's a link in the description of most of my videos. Fentanyl is everywhere, period. I have no idea, Colin. You know, you figure they can track down pretty much anything. If they really wanted to stop anything, they could stop it. What kind of fights have I personally been in? I've been in lots of fist fights. I've never been in like a shank fight. I was in a fight where I got attacked with a frying pan. You know, I could have got stabbed that day, but a knife was attached to a chain on the wall, and he didn't really want to stab me. He just didn't want me to keep beating him up. What's my opinion on the 12-step? My opinion is that if it helps somebody, that's great. It might not be for everybody. It's not for me. It's really just because I don't hold strong religious beliefs, you know? I don't know. I feel like you need to do what's best for you. And a lot of the time, those programs tell you that 100% abstinence is the only answer. And I think for a lot of people, harm reduction is the best choice. For me, it's been the best choice. And I've been successful doing the things my way, and I'm going to keep doing it that way. But I definitely do think that 12-step is a good program. And I feel like I learned a lot when I was doing AA. So, yeah, mans will fight you in jail over food, bro. That's no doubt. Guys will fight you over cookies, peanut butters. You know, I've seen guys force guys to trade food where the guy doesn't want to trade, and then the meal comes and it's really good. Like they tell him, yo, I'll trade you like 2 honey buns for your hot tray tonight. Now the guy who's given the 2 honey buns, he knows that the hot tray that's coming is the best hot tray that we're going to get all month. So the new guy will see that hot tray and then he'll be like, oh, I don't want to up it now. And then he'll end up getting punched out because he doesn't up it, even though he didn't really agree to the trade. I found for me personally, The way to soothe addiction involves a lot of introspection and self-compassion. That is facts. Had a really bad Christmas this year, family things, man. I had been struggling addict for years. I wanted to go out and get high, effing bad last night, but I didn't. But it's yeah, Paul, man. Just think about it's not about anybody else, it's about you, you know. So don't go get high to prove to get back at everybody else when it's really only gonna affect you. And I know you're not it's not really to get back at everybody else, but sometimes it seems like the best and easiest thing to do is to just give up and throw it away, but it's not, man. You know, you get through those tough times and you start seeing that, oh, I can get through this without using. You get more and more confident in your ability. Jamie Foxx's movie, I'll check it out. All forms of recovery are good, whatever works the best for individual. There's no size fits all approach. That is facts. Any funny stories or stories about Lindsay Jill? Yeah, I told lots of stories about Lindsay Jill. I still think the funniest story was so there was a guy on range, and guys basically tricked him, made him believe that there was going to be a search, and he ended up hooping breakfast sausages. Stick to weed. That's what I'm saying. Weed, this is the thing about weed. For some people, weed can lead you to using other drugs, right? Um, for some people, though, it doesn't. And if you go to a lot of programs, they'll tell you it has to be 100% abstinence. It has to be. There's no possible way you can be successful if you smoke, if you have a beer, anything like that. But it's just not facts. It depends on who you are and what is best for you. Because I've seen people get sober and they are so edgy and hate their life. And then I've seen people that have found harm reduction and are happy and successful and moving on with their life. You know what I mean? So it just really depends on who you are and what works best for you. I've seen guys get muscled for their stuff lots of times. Um, man, I just seen so much stuff. And Lindsay, I saw a guy hoop 13 Kinder eggs. That's crazy. That's crazy in itself. Just a little tiny guy, too. The thing about jail is there's so many things happening all the time. It's hard to remember everything. You know, I did 17 years behind bars. There's a lot of stories that I can't think of that are like locked in that deep, deep memory. And I try to think about them a lot of the time. And sometimes they'll pop in there and I'll remember them. And sometimes they won't. Yeah, Lindsay Jail, bro. The guy literally is like 5'6" or 5'5" too. Just a little tiny guy. And then on top of that, he got the package pinched. I can't do I can't vape THC. It just kills my lungs. I don't know what it is. The smoke from a vape just tickles my throat too much. Hey, Rock. What's up, brother? Merry Christmas to you and your family, my brother. Hopefully you had a good day, man. Hopefully your kids got what they wanted and had the best possible day that they could. The stories come back. I've told a lot of stories. Um, there's a lot of things that I can't really tell on YouTube too, you know. More like from the addiction lifestyle. That's why sometimes I think about doing a Patreon. OG Scotty, what up, man? "13 eggs. The CEO was in shock after watching 6 of them come out." Zigzags only. The higher power put weed on this earth for a good reason. That's it. Met the most solid guy in my life in the slammer. That's what I'm saying. I've met a lot of really good guys in jail. You also meet a lot of really bad guys in jail, but I met a lot of really good people in jail, and some of them I've lost communication with, but if you ever bump into them, it's definitely going to be good. I don't know. What's in the mug? Oh, coffee. Sorry, look. But I definitely agree that weed is natural. It is not the same thing as a drug. But I do think that weed can be problematic for some people. You know, some people can smoke, smoke, smoke. They don't want to do nothing. It kills all motivation in their life. They don't want to work. They don't want to get up in the morning. And if you're that kind of person, it is. It's coffee. Look, look. What do you mean? The only booze that I'll ever drink is beer. I don't drink liquor. I had to be stoned to study for hours to get through years of school after I got off my oxymethadone. Yeah, yeah. Because the oxymethadone will get rid of all your anxiety and worry and fear so you can just focus and do what you got to do. It's great for lateral thought and creativity and learning complicated shit, I found. Yeah. It's not that you're any different of a person. You're just able to be comfortable sitting down and focusing on one thing for extended periods of time. David Fernandez, what's up, man? I will, my friend. Thank you. I'll keep trying, man. KR10, never drank in a week, been sleeping great. That's amazing. I sleep great every night because I work so much. Sup? My email. Who's that? On a range, they call the hole the digger. You want to go to the digger, he said, then got beat up for potential switching, is basically what he said. Yeah, the hole is the digger. It can be the digger. Seg. Let the man have his coffee. That's what I'm saying, Drew. No special brew, man. I would do dot drawing for hours. Oh, potato. What's up, my brother? Leaving Facebook. I haven't had a Facebook. I haven't gone on a Facebook for over 2 years. And I haven't been on Instagram now for over a month. And it's been great. Dial bottle is closed, is it? Merry Christmas to you, brother. Where do guys from PI go to do federal time? I think they go to Spring Hill is where I think they'll go. For sure. If you're in the building, 33 of the 11 likes, go up, hit the like button. It helps the channel. It's not hard for you to do. And it just helps with the algorithms, man. Come on, dog. Jeez. PI, Spring Hill, Renoose. Renoose is if you're going to a max. You know, most guys going to the pen for their first time, unless they're on a body, probably ain't going there. Yeah, you can, you know, there's lots of people that will call the hole the digger. You know what I mean? It's just what they call it. I want you guys to have a safe New Year's, eh? Don't be out there going crazy. We made a good potato peach brew. Tasted like shit. Massive scrap broke out. Okay, so when I was in Lindsay last time, we had this guy on my range that's nickname was the mechanic. He was in for a body, but he was like a real quiet, soft-spoken kind of nerdy guy, but dangerous as hell. He used to make all the brews on our range, and he just knew how to do it, and he knew how to do it well. So we would give him all of our stuff, all of our sugar, all of our fruits and everything, and he would make huge brews that the whole range would get drunk off of, and almost every time would turn into fights. Got any musical talent? Not at all. I like to bother my girl and tell her I can sing so I can sing all night. But no, not really. For me, I don't even care about the numbers. I don't want to go out. I don't got anywhere I want to go. I've been to a couple of Christmas parties at like 8 o'clock. I'm ready to go home. I don't know, man. It's just not me anymore. I work all day, every day, pretty much, and I like to just sleep and get my rest. I am getting old. That's it. You know what I mean, David Fernandez? Adulting. And I never thought I would get to that point where I'd be adulting. I never did. I thought that I was just going to live crazy my whole life when I was younger. You know what I mean? But I don't feel that way anymore. Like, I have no desire to party at all. If there was maybe like a good concert or like a really nice pub that's quiet, maybe a hockey game on, I'd enjoy that. But like going to clubs and raves and nah. And I definitely believe that, Shane, that I'm lucky to have come this far. Yeah, I moved out of the city. I'm gonzo. I did time in Thunder Bay, fam. Seen a few fights with the Brew, exactly. Yeah, I saw guys. So when I was in Joyceville, three guys took a thing of hand sanitizer and stilled it off as if it was Brew. Apparently, the moonshine was black. They drank it. One guy went blind and one guy died. There's nothing wrong with changing. It's great. Newborn assassin, man. I'm blessed. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you and your family too. Ricky Boys, what's up, my brother? How you been? Merry Christmas. Hopefully you and your family had a blessed year, my friend. Boys used to buy up all the cough syrup at the canteen. Denatures, alcohol, sanitizers. Yeah. It's not the same kind of alcohol, I know. So there's people that get addicted to it. I was in treatment with a girl that got addicted to hand sanitizer, but she used to just eat the hand sanitizer. She never used to still it off, and it almost killed her. So, Matt, I love your channel, but I got to run, fam. God bless. Stay posted, waiting for the next segment. You already know, Shane. My boss bought 9 of us Leaf tickets 2 weeks ago against Chicago. I was surprised how many people didn't wear masks. Good time, grateful for it, but I woke up a little worried the next day. Yeah. 14 years, brother. So this January for me is 6 years no hard drugs. I bet those guys smelled good as they went blind. Smelled good as they went blind. I heard a lot of people drinking cologne. I don't know how that's possible. Ugh. That's what I'm saying, Drew. Everybody is kind of popping up and saying, what's up? The only person I haven't seen is, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about. I'm just blanking. You make alcohol out of fruit by basically you take fruit, you create like a liquid base with it, you add sugar, you add yeast. You have to first you ferment the fruit. You got to ferment that fruit. Got to ferment it. Put that yeast in with that fermentation. It causes the sugar, the yeast eating the sugar creates alcohol. So, you know what I'm talking about, man. I feel like a piece of crap because I'm blanking on her name. Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Lost my goddamn phone. Oh yeah, I know that. I got it. I got it. I remember now. Joanne. That's what I totally just blanked on it. Yeah, Nick knows. Joanne. She's such a good person, man. I really appreciate her. Great subscriber and just a very positive person. I popped the circle lid off the desk seat in Tayak, and that's where I hid the brew. Oh, yeah. That would have been hard to do, but yeah, for sure. You must have put in some serious work to pop that off. I'm on here for like another 5 minutes, guys. Listen, when I used to go down to Parkdale, I used to grab ketamine in Parkdale back in the day. And the guy who I used to grab ketamine always had what's called little mini mason jars of moonshine. Really, really potent moonshine. $10 a jar. Yeah. No, I didn't hear about the big K bust. I stay away from that shit, man. Shit tore my stomach up. That's what I think's probably. That's what I think is probably going on. She's probably shopping. Backwoods thumping. What up, man? Enjoy your Xmas supper. I will, man. You already know, Backwoods. I'm here for like 4 more minutes, so I still have to run. That's what I mean, man. It really tears your bladder apart. My I can't hold for much. And I didn't even do it that long. Have you ever been in any fights on the outside? Oh, lots of fights on the outside. Oh, for sure. I've been in tons of fights in my life, man. Tons. No, I don't know about naked cannabis. What's that? Right now I'm smoking some what's it called? It's called can you see it? You can't get a good look at it. It's called Wedding Sherbet. It's really good. You can't really get a good view of it, but it's really good. That's the problem. The prices have gone so cheap on everything, man. Yeah, shot call. They don't go by shot callers, but there's definitely guys that control the yard for sure. Can first-time penitentiary offender get a 1/3? Yeah, you're not off, but you get parole at 1/3. Not fairly potent. It's super potent. It's really, really potent. You're not getting a good view of it because the camera doesn't like. I don't know. It just doesn't give the right effect of it, but it's really, really, really good weed. Really good. Super covered in trichomes. Yeah, violent crimes, I don't know, man. It's always tough to get a parole with a violent crime. It depends on how violent the crime is, though. It's not impossible. No, ketamine is not a psychedelic. Ketamine is a It's a tranquilizer. But it acts like a psychedelic if you do enough of it. I smoked a duct tape joint by accident, 1 puff and 1 punch to KO him. I don't understand. Wayne will do it. To be honest, the weed products nowadays get us so high, I don't even need to do the other. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if you really want to go extreme, you can get into all the concentrates and stuff, right? And I don't even mess with that stuff. This is not really for me. I like the traditional flour and hash, and I like that. traditional cherry oil. That's what I want. Of course, bubble hash is beautiful, right? For sure. I got a little piece of hash. Actually, somebody gave me like a half quarter the other day at a Christmas party. It was pretty sweet. Yeah. All weed gets me lazy, to be honest. Anyways, y'all, I love y'all, but I got to shut it down. I got some things going on. Maybe I'll pop back on here tomorrow. Like I said, my girl's out of town, so I don't have a lot of things going on this week. I only work a couple days, so I'm gonna holler back at you guys, man. I don't smoke backwoods, man. Too harsh on my lungs. Lily Bell, what's up? Yo, good seeing you too, Nick. Well, not seeing you, but talking to you. I don't know who you are, Lily Bell. Mark Canada, East Coast. Have a good holiday. You too, my brother. It's nice to see you on here too, man. It really is like everybody from the past who's been on here. That's awesome. I hope you all have a happy new year. If you don't see me again, which you will, but uh if you don't come back on here at my live, then you already know. Love y'all, man.